Good morning from the cottage farmstead on this beautiful fall morning. I'm Rebecca. Nathan is at Growing Green Family Farms this morning doing some work. And I have the day off because I'm working the weekend at my day job. And I thought I'd just take you around and show you what I kind of do on a day off. Days that I'm not working at the public library, I'm usually at home doing a lot of different little tasks that need to be done around a homestead, even an urban homestead right now. So I have some mending to do. I have a little tablecloth I've been meaning to finish sewing the hem on. Need to make some more lard. I think I need to make some yogurt. Gotta clean the chicken coop. So there's lots of little things that go on these days that I'm not at my day job. So while I know a lot of women in the homesteading community enjoy sewing as a hobby or as a job, like they really enjoy it, it's not my favorite pastime. I was blessed to learn how to sew when I was growing up. The basics, how to do basic seams, how to do a basic hem, how to put on buttons, things like that. So it is really nice that I'm able to mend, like I have a hole along the seam here in one of the shirts I enjoy wearing. And I'm also wanting to make a miniature tablecloth to take along with us when we go and we picnic. We like going to different historic sites and parks. And it's just nice to have something to put over the table. We don't need an entire tablecloth when it's just the two of us. So making something small out of fabric that I already had on hand, it's a great way to save money. Don't have to rely on shipping, especially during this time of odd shortages and things getting stuck in the ports here in the United States. So it's nice to be a little bit more self-reliant and self-sufficient. So while we've already planted our fall greens for our garden, we also grow starts for other family members and sometimes a little bit for Growing Green Family Farms. And right now we have some pansies. My sister-in-law's has a side business of selling edible flowers, and she wanted to try out this particular variety of pansies for this coming year. So we started them in our flats here in our spare bedroom, which is our grow room / pantry catch-all room. And they're looking great. Give them a water today, and probably next week we'll be taking them over to her so that she can harden them off before planting them outside. So another thing I'm doing today is getting some more lard rendering in our slow cooker while I'm at home. I typically like setting the slow cooker out on our back porch because it can smell up the house a little bit. So I'm out here in our garage with our vegetable and fruit freezer over here and our meat freezer down here. We got a whole bunch of fat back from family when we had some hogs butchered a couple years ago. We're the only family that seems to be making lard, so we got a whole bunch of it left over, and so we'll have plenty of lard to render throughout the next probably couple of years. As you can see, we have fat back. So we have another video on how to render lard in a slow cooker and a blog post, so I'll link those below and I'll link to the video above. But it really is as easy as just putting fat back in your slow cooker and leaving it on low for 8 to 12 hours. And what you're just wanting to do is have all the fat melt off of the meat, and then you skim out the fat and toss the meat, either breast of the chickens, or if you really want to make cracklings, you can make cracklings as well. So the next thing on the to-do list is cleaning the chicken coop. We do this twice a week, early in the week and late in the week, so that we just scoop the poop because they poop mostly when they're sleeping. Otherwise they spread it around the run and it's not that big of a deal. We just add more mulch periodically. But in the coop it does get kind of gross, so I'll be scooping it up and dumping it in our compost pile. So the last thing I'll be getting started on the homestead today is another knit hat. I just finished this little one. I have a niece and a nephew on the way at the beginning of 2022, so I've got to get busy knitting little things, cozy things for the sweet little heads that are coming along. But I finished this one. Don't worry, I'll be giving this to her before this video publishes, but cute little hat for a baby boy. And then I have a little niece coming along, and I have this really pretty, colorful fuchsia, purple, white, and pink yarn that I'll be working with. Well, hope you enjoyed a domestic day here at home with me as I putter around the house working on different homesteading tasks on my day off. We will be uploading more content very soon for our house build, as we are looking at breaking ground probably in about 2 weeks. We'll be breaking ground on our house, which is very exciting. We're finalizing the house plans right now. We made a few kind of last minute changes, which took a little bit more time, and then trying to line up contractors right now. So that's taking a little bit of time, but there will be more content on the home build coming up very soon. So be sure to subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.